Hey friends, welcome back to Cornbread Says, my music focused channel where I'm going to be reviewing and reacting to new albums, new music. And I'm really hyped about today's subject. Dua Lipa, her new album, Future Nostalgia, came out about a month ago now. But I just love it so much that I'm going to react to it anyways. I've already listened to it several times on repeat, but I'm going to listen to it again for y'all and review it and give y'all my thoughts because it's just so good. It deserves to be talked about. I first heard of Dua Lipa in 2016, I believe. My friend Ryan, again, showed me Blow Your Mind, which is just like an absolute banger. And then I heard, I forget the name of the song, but the track she did with Miguel that's like a, oh, say you're right, baby. That. So good. So ever since then I was paying attention. Her album came out and I immediately loved I Don't Give a Fuck. I remember listening to the album and New Rules was not one of my favorites. And then I watched the video when it came out and I was obsessed, and then the whole thing blew up. And I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy for her. She deserves it. As someone who's not been there since like day one, but like very early on, she has craved to be this pop star that she is today. And I'm just so proud. I'm so proud to see it. Do you like my Katy Perry shirt? This era was underrated and I will not hear otherwise. Listen to Roulette and Deja Vu and get back to me, haters. Mind Maze, bangers.
I like modern architecture, John and
I love that line. I know you're not used to his female alpha. Bad bitch things.
I can't teach a man how to wear his pants.
A bop. I don't vibe with that song the most on this album. It's not like one that I repeat listen very often, but I mean, I probably haven't heard it since those first few days of playing the album on repeat. But I mean, it's cute, and it's just like a big middle finger to the people who told her she can't do what she wants to do, and to men who are trying to hold her back. Sets a great tone for the record also. It's really like the thesis of the album. I'm gonna do what I want.
If you don't wanna see me, don't show up. Don't come out. Don't tell.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Don't Start Now is one of the best pop songs of the year of 2019 and probably gonna be of 2020. It is so good. And I think it's not only because it's just like a great pop song, but it's because she's combining these things that we're seeing, like the trends that we're seeing in pop music right now. Hip hop is really kind of stripped back what we want from pop music in terms of like these big crazy choruses, which I do think we still want in pop music, but we don't want the crazy Beyonce runs and the Katy Perry cheesiness. You know, it's changed how pop music sounds. I think Dua Lipa is very well adapted to that while incorporating pure pop, like timeless pop energy. And I think she did that by like borrowing stuff from like the 70s and 80s disco, and it's just like the combination just feels so good and timeless but new and fresh at the same time. Future Nostalgia. That song's just gonna like, it's gonna just be a banger for years. It's so good. Her Mind.
We've been outspoken down night, all night, all night. In control of what I do, and I love the way you move. Nothing in you.
Cool just makes you want to go to the beach. It just makes you want to like enjoy a nice summer day. You got your drinks in hand, you're hanging out with your friends, you're falling in love. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're falling in love. Those exciting like butterflies that you feel. It just feels so good. It's like that first sip of a margarita on a summer day. It feels so good. It's a perfect like going into summer song. Too bad we're trapped inside.
Common love isn't for us. We created something phenomenal. Who needs to go to sleep when I got you next to me? You come on, come on, come on. Let's get physical. Baby, keep on dancing. Let's get physical.
Just a banger all the way through. There's obvious references to like Olivia Newton-John, The Physical, and just like kind of like the disco like skating era, and it's just so fun. I play that song every morning when I'm going for a run, and it never ceases to get me pumped. up. Also, did y'all see my official headband? I actually got it at a Dua Lipa event here in LA. It was like a skate night that her record label put on. Oh my god, it was so fun. I took great like 80s styles photo booth pictures. They're terrible and I love them. Have y'all seen the music video? Art. High art. One of the best music videos of Dua Lipa's career for sure, but like of the year, of the last few years. It's incredible. Dua Lipa is doing things that no one else is doing right now. Her mind.
And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah.
Doesn't that song just feel like in a club and you're just like grinding on someone and just like having fun, and that like euphoria you feel when you're just like letting yourself go with another person? How did she capture that in a song? How? Talent. She is the mother I never had, the sister anyone could want. This is also the song that gay Twitter has been losing their minds over. I remember when y'all leaked the album, this was all that anyone was talking about. And it slaps. It was all anyone was talking about. And for good reason, because look at the material.
Somewhere in the middle.
Woo!
Could you help me slow it down? Put my mind at ease. Put your hands on me. And I need your love. When my mind is running wild, could you help me slow it down? Put my mind at ease. Trickle down my spine.
Pretty Please is 100% my favorite song on this album. It was written by my queen, Julia Michaels, songwriting legend, and you can feel it. Because the song is kind of about that feeling when you're like first start really falling for someone and it scares you because it's so intense and you like put my mind at ease. You know that pause right before the chorus and then Dua Lipa's voice comes in soft and she's like, put my mind at ease. And that beat comes back in. I'm obsessed with that. And it's kind of like that feeling of like not really wanting, like being hesitant to let yourself go and like let those inhibitions go and just like let yourself fall, and then you hit that groove and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling good again. This song is so incredible and I cannot stop playing it. It just plays in loop in my head all day for hours on end. Julia Michaels snapped, Dua Lipa snapped. That's my review, they all snapped.
Until I hallucinate. Let's go dancing in the dark. Don't wait, you can push the start. Lose control. Make me lose control.
This album is full of incredible choruses, like just great melodies. Hallucinate, I think, is the best one. It feels just so perfect. And it's my second favorite song on the album, behind Pretty Please. Hallucinate and Levitating are very similar, I think, in the vibe and the energy. And kind of like letting yourself go and letting yourself fall for that person. Hallucinate edges it out for me a little bit, just a little tiny bit, because the chorus, it just like builds and builds until you like drug-inducing like euphoria that just like feels so, and that's exactly what she was going for too. And you can feel it, just like euphoria. If I had to describe this album in one word, dance floor euphoria. That's 3 words.
Never ever met somebody like you. But goddamn, you got me in love again.
This song is cool because it feels timeless, and I think it's because it samples like a White Town song, I think, and then some other song that song sampled from like the 30s or 40s. And I also think that combined with like that very dramatic, like cinematic string opening at the beginning of it makes it sound like a movie, right? Like, I don't know, do you ever like watch The Notebook or something, like one of those rom-coms, and like want that, the thing about Harry, great gay rom-com that I just watch it, but you want that feeling of like falling head over heels in love with someone, all those butterflies and shit? That's what this feels like.
Center of attention, you know you can get whatever you want from me. Whatever you want it, baby. I would have
wanted to dance. What's the dance she does in the video? This song is really relatable to me. Because that first line, she's like, I was always the one to say the first goodbye. I think love and relationships can be disappointing. And I think it's very easy to like cut things off if you're not sure about them. And kind of become jaded. The song is to herself and to her lover. That she's gonna let herself be vulnerable and let herself take that plunge into the pool of love. That is relatable as hell. I have trouble with that myself, you know. Telling yourself, okay self, we're gonna let ourselves be vulnerable. We're gonna let ourselves fall in love. The power that takes. I love this, I love this.
I've been thinking it'd be better if we didn't know each other. Then you go and make me feel okay. I know it's pretty bad. I dedicate this verse to all that good pipe and the moonlight and the long nights when we did everything.
Can we just talk about that one lyric? That one lyric makes the whole song for me. All that good pipe in the moonlight. Who's loving you, Dua Lipa? I want to know. Oh, she has a boyfriend, doesn't she? Let me look up some pictures.
Yeah, we don't know how to talk, but then we know how to fuck.
Chaotic. The song has the most chaotic energy on this album, which I love. It's about getting dick down in the moonlight. You're sleeping with someone and it's only physical because they're terrible. But the dick is good, so you do it. Let's like fuck, but like don't talk kind of situation, you know? Which I love the chaos, the mess of that. Also, don't y'all get like major Amy Winehouse? Like, it's like very British, this song. And I think it's so fun and cheeky. I learned that from Love Island. Let's go have a chat. I can't do British accent.
And put your keys between your knuckles when there's boys around. The kids say alright, boys will be, but girls will be women. When we stop saying things cause they're all listening. No, the kids say alright.
Dua Lipa says, stop making excuses for shitty men. Boys are out here being boys and women have to be women. And women not only have to be women and grow up, but they have to protect themselves, arm themselves against boys. So she said, boys, listen up. Stop being trash. Quit it! Period! Y'all, that's the album. It goes by so fast, doesn't it? 3-word description, dance floor euphoria. Every song just like takes me high. It's very rare that every song on an album is good. Dua Lipa did it. She did it. And it's cohesive and feels like a moment. It feels like she captured a moment in pop music, and just the whole album is that moment. 9 of 11 of these songs could be singles. They're all just so hot. They're all that girl. She's that girl. She will continue being that girl. She needs to drop that song with Normani that she's rumored to have, because I want it. I want a Normani and Dua Lipa track. Make it happen, Dua Lipa. Bonus edition. Also, just so y'all know that I'm a real fan, I got this in the mail today. Did y'all buy y'all's copy? Real fan. I don't know where my signed little card is, Dua, but real fan here. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was so fun. I love this album. Stream this album. It's just so good. If you want to listen to it on my playlist, my new finds playlist, I have the link in the bio. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Cornbread Says. Like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you for the next one. This was a blast. Y'all are so fun. Thanks for listening to me talk. You're such good listeners.